Hey everyone, this is Michelle with Foxy Chick Designs and Magnolia Design Company with another quick project, another fun DIY using some Magnolia Design Company products with some Dollar Tree products. As you're coming in, if you will say hello so that I know that you're here. I'm going to get this shared a few places as people are coming in. Hey Annette, thanks for popping on. Welcome, welcome. As you're coming in, if you'll say hello. Hey Miss Cynthia, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get this shared a few places. Sorry for a little bit of the stiffness tonight. I'm dealing with some pain in my neck and my shoulder. I'm gonna all right, I think we are good here. Tonight we're going to work with a bunch of different things. Super excited about these things. We're going to be obviously using some Magnolia Design Company stencils, and the one in particular that we're going to use is our buffalo plaid. And you guys, anybody that's watched me for any length of time, knows that my buffalo plaid has been very well loved and very well used. First, I'm going to go ahead and pin my Magnolia website down here to the bottom of our post. And that way, if you happen to see anything that you are interested in, then you can head right over to the website. No, Magnolia. Cannot spell tonight. Okay. There we go. We're going to go ahead and pin the website. And that way, that is there for you guys to have for your liking. Like I said, if you see something that you like and you decide that you want to head over to the website and pick it up, then that is all cool. Like I said, as you're coming in, if you will say hello so that I know that you're here and I can welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we've got a few people coming in. First thing I would like to do is, if this is your first time ever catching one of my lives, if you will comment with a number 1. If you have watched me before, or you have seen some of the replays of past videos, if you would comment with a number 2. Also, up here in the left hand corner, if you see a little live button, if you will comment #live. If you don't see that little red live button, then you are catching the replay, and would you comment #replay. That just lets me know how everyone is watching, and it just kind of helps me to know those that are joining in. Come here, Lil. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put my puppy down. She can't jump off my bed. Come here. I know, Daddy shouldn't have put you up there. There you go. Sorry, y'all. I have a cute little Shih Tzu, and sometimes she likes to be back here with me while I'm crafting. Other times she likes to be out with my husband, so she was starting to whine, and it would have just gotten louder till I put her down. So I apologize for that. So anyhow, if you're seeing the red live, if you'll hashtag live, if you're not seeing that, if you would comment hashtag replay. Then also down, I believe it's down here on your mobile devices, there's a little SHARE word, and we call it sprinkling. So if you wouldn't mind sprinkling the love, so that more friends can come and join us, I would greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, let me show you the products we're going to be using tonight and playing with. Like I said, we're going to be using our buffalo plaid, and then we are going to be using this cute little love sign from the Dollar Tree. Annette, you're new. I am so glad. Thank you so much for popping on. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy what you're seeing tonight, and you will join us for more lives. The other thing that we're going to be using is some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and it's like a wood grain, but it's not really wood grain, but it's like shiplap, if you guys know what that is. And then the other thing we're going to be using is a wooden lasered heart from Dollar Tree. Hey Darlene, welcome. So those are the different products we're going to be using. We're also going to be using some Waverly red chalk paint. Hello Roxanne, welcome. And we're also going to be using some Modge Podge. And this Modge Podge I got at the Dollar Tree. They have like two different kinds. They have a glossy that comes in like a little orange bottle, and then they have a matte or matte that comes in a little yellow bottle. I have both. Sometimes it just depends on the project I'm working on. Will determine on what I'm actually going to use it for. Also wanted to let you guys know, it is official. Foxy Chick Designs has an Etsy store. So the projects that you are seeing are going to be, as soon as I'm done filming them, I'm going to be staging them, taking pictures, and putting them over on my Etsy shop. So if you guys are on Etsy, if you wouldn't mind checking that out, it is under Foxy Chick Designs. So let's get started. Oh, and before I forget, handy dandy ribbon. We're going to be making a refabbed bow to put on our project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tilt you guys down so that you can start seeing what we're creating, and we're going to get started and get this all put together. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold on one second. I'm going to tip you guys down so you can see exactly what we're doing here. You can see a little bit of my messy desk. I'm so sorry. But this is our heart that we're going to start with first, and we are going to Modge Podge it. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to flip this over like so, and I'm just going to trace this. I'm going to grab my marker. Ow. And we are just going to trace this just like so, and then we're just going to go ahead and cut this out. And I'm going to just go over here. Okay, so now we have that all done. Let me see, I want to be able to see comments. There we go. So there's our heart. So we are going to go ahead, and actually I'm going to take out this little hanger, and I'm going to actually use it in the end, but I'm going to go ahead and just pop this off. Ow, maybe I am. It's being a bit difficult. paper. Of course, it shall be difficult. Because why would it be easy during a live? I mean, really. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can push this through. There we go. Alright, so there's one side. Let's try this again. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just going to take off this cute little hanger for now. And we will end up reusing this again. So I'm going to just set that off to the side. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy scissors. And hey Stacy, welcome! So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out my heart. That kind of sounded a little weird. I'm going to cut out the paper heart so that we can Modge Podge it on to the wooden heart. I was able to get some of the scrapbook paper at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. It was like 4 for $1. I was really excited about that. I like to get it when it's like 6 for $1. And when I was a scrapbooker, that's usually when I would get it, or I would go to like Joann's or something like that when they were like 10 for $1. All right, so there is our cute little heart all cut out and ready to go. So now we are just going to grab, let me see, LOL. Okay, Stacy, what are you laughing out loud? What are you seeing on my desk that you're laughing at? All right. So we're just going to make sure that this fits perfectly, and it does. And it might hang over a little bit, but we've got a sanding block that we can trim things off with, so I'm not real concerned. So I am just going to dump some Modge Podge onto, okay, maybe I am. Oh, haha. It's not, oh, it is open. Maybe it's dried. Well, that's just a little weird. Okay, well, that'll teach me. It had a little bit dried in the... Ah! Nope, didn't want to do that either. Let me see here. Oh, when I said cut your heart, yeah. It did sound a little weird. Even for me. Alright, there we go. Now we've got some Modge Podge going on here. And I've got a little foam brush. I like these little foam brushes for when I'm Modge Podging. Just because then I can throw them away. I don't really have to use them for anything. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more on here because I know I'm going to need it. Most of my brushes I keep all nice and clean, but the ones that I Modge Podge with, I just like to... I probably should just get a brush for Modge Podge, but I haven't yet, so that'll be the next little thing. And I'm just making sure that my edges are really well covered, because that's where I really do not want it, you know, popping up, for sure. I do want to make sure that the edges are nice and covered. All right, and now that we have this all done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay my heart down. And I want to make sure that it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And I'm just going to smooth this down. I want to make sure that there are no bubbles. Absolutely no bubbles. All right. And we are good here. Oh, I got a little bubble right here. I just want to make sure that there is no bubble. I think it could be because there's not enough paste underneath there. But I don't think I'm going to be able to peel this up, so we're just gonna leave it. You can't really tell, so we're just gonna leave it. So then, as you can see, there's a little bit, you know, here around the edges. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my handy little sanding block. Hopefully it is still up here where I've put it. Yes, it is. And we're gonna sand around the edges. And we're just gonna you peel some of that off, and it just rips off a lot of times. All right, I've got little scissors here, so I'm going to just go in here and cut some of that off. Some of it is coming off and some of it is not. So I'm just gonna go in here. I'm just making sure that all of this is laying down real flat. There we go. I think we're good here. All right. Yep, I think we're good. All right. Yeah, I think we're good here. And this is then what our little cute heart looks like. Hello, Janice. Welcome, welcome. All right. And so while I still have my little scissors out, I am going to poke a little hole through here so that I can use the hole that's already there for the hanger. Okay, so as you can see, I just used my scissors and poked a little hole there. Hey Sandy, thanks for popping on, welcome. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and we're going to start working on our little love piece here. And I'm going to go ahead and let me see, can I pull this out? Nope, not tonight. Normally I could, but with my neck and my shoulder bothering me, there's just not a lot of strength in my arms and my shoulder tonight. Okay. So we're going to take this guy and we are going to paint him red. What, did Dad say hi? Oh, okay. Hi, Dad. Ugh. Okay. So I am just going to knock some of that in there. All right, you know what? We're going to dump some red into the cap. Okay, maybe we are. Maybe we are not. Maybe we are going to have to dump. Okay, well, we're going to just paint this nice and red, and I'm hoping I have enough paint in here. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna... Okay. We may have to do this a different way, y'all. Ah, there we go. Alright, I think this might be the end of my Waverly Red, because sometimes I get the little jars to try out a color to see if I'm going to like it or not. Oh well, I really messed up this brush. It's a new brush. Oh well, sometimes you just gotta do what you just gotta do, right, y'all? So we're just going to paint this red, and I'm just making sure that this is all nice and covered. Just gonna get this all, and I think with what I pulled out will be just enough to get this covered. At least I'm hoping. Because normally I would put, you know, two coats on it. Sometimes 3, just depends on. Alright, I think we are good here. And a lot of times I like to do like around the edge and the top, but I might see if I can get enough out of here yet. I really do not want to ruin a brush. Really do not. Okay. So I think we can do this top here. I think we're good here. Let's see. Where did you get the love sign? The love sign, Deborah, I got from the Dollar Tree. And welcome. Thanks for popping on. There are a couple of different love signs that you can get from the Dollar Tree. This is one of them. And this one could be hung, or as you can see, it'll sit by itself. Alright, we're gonna try and paint. I might end up ruining this brush, but I'm just trying to make this project look really amazing with how I would normally do it. And it's also going to go on my Etsy shop. For those of you that are new and just coming in, my Foxy Chick Design Etsy shop has finally launched. And there are a few projects for sale in the Etsy shop. And the Etsy shop is called Foxy Chick Designs. Alright, I think we're going to just call this good. I don't think we're going to get any better here. And I think we're gonna call this good. Let me see, did I get these ends over here? I do want to get these ends. Okay. We're gonna do this here, just like this. And let's see, this will stand up. No, it won't. Hi, Roxy, welcome. You're a Magnolia creator. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for hopping on. Hopefully my live tonight will give you some inspiration of, you know, and just another way to use our wonderful stencils. And I'm not saying I'm a great creator by any means, but I just like to play around with things and use different surfaces and different paints, and I just like to play. I like to craft, and of course I'm making a mess, as you guys can see. I am very much a messy crafter. I do not even pretend to be one of those crafters that every little thing has to be in just the right order and things like that, because nope. I'm just not even one of those type. So now I'm just going back over this to kind of take out my fingerprints that got on there. Alright, this is what happens when you don't have enough paint and you're a messy one too. Oh good, Roxy, I'm glad that you joined in, because I am very much a mess crafter. And as you can see, this was a new paintbrush, and because I was running out of paint, I stuck this down in there and completely demolished it. So I got this paintbrush at the Dollar Tree. So I am going to just say goodbye to that, and I have used my first full little container of Waverly chalk paint, and this is the color Crimson, so I'm probably going to be getting a bigger bottle next time. But I do like to try out colors sometimes. I don't like to just buy, you know, just because it's a particular brand or whatever. I like to, if they have a small bottle, I like to just try it out just to see if I'm going to like it, if it's a color I'm going to use a lot, if it's a color that I'm just like, okay, this looks great in the bottle, but on projects it looks like, you know, something that my doggies messed up with. So I'm just cleaning off my hands just so I don't transfer any of this red paint onto our pretty heart. I don't want to do that at all. So I do try to clean up my hands while I'm trying to. And I'm also going to try to clean up my desk, which as you can see is not working well, because I'm using a dirty baby wipe. You just never know what you'll see when you go live with Michelle. You just don't know. You will be very surprised, I will tell you that much. Okay. So now that we have that done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dry it. So I've got my handy dandy little heat tool here, and we're going to get this all dried up, because then I'm going to stencil over it. So I want to make sure that this is all completely dry before I decide to throw my stencil down on it. And while I'm drying this, I'm going to grab me a drink of water. How long have you been in my... Good question, Roxy. I am just finishing my first year. I joined back in January. And Jennifer McMonigal is my upline. And who doesn't love Jen? Anybody that doesn't love Jen is a little bit crazy, I kind of think. Because she's super great and super sweet, and she really does live to help out her team. But yeah, it's been just a little over a year. Hey Danielle, welcome. Roxy, how long have you been with Magnolia? Are you a new creator, or have you been with the company for a while? Yes, she is. Very much so. Okay. So now we've got this all dried off from painting it. And I do go in and check to make sure that I don't, when I touch it, that I do not get anything on my hands since May of last year. Oh, okay. So not too far behind when I started. Okay. And now I'm looking at my hands and I'm seeing that I'm not getting any paint up when I'm rubbing. So I'm good to go. So, and I just want to show you how awesome this looks. Do you see this? See how awesome that's going to look? Yeah, buddy. I am so excited. And I just touched the end because, silly me, I didn't dry the ends of the letters. So, I'm going to go ahead and get them dry as well. Just so I'm not moving all kinds of crazy paint around. Alright, I think we are good. So I'm going to move my heart back out of the way. And we are going to, and my buffalo plaid is very well loved. It has been used. It is not real sticky. 9 chances out of 10, it will probably bleed in some area. Just fair warning you, if you're looking for something that's completely perfect, not the creator for you to be watching. I use my stencils long and hard, and I don't mind if they bleed through. For the most part, here pretty soon I'm going to be ordering another one of these little plaid and polka dot stencils that come together. There's 2 stencils that come in a pack. They retail for $13.99, and you get this particular buffalo plaid along with the polka dot plaid, or the polka dots, sorry, not polka dot plaid. I don't know what I'm saying tonight. The polka dot stencil. So, okay, so we've got this all laid down and we are good to go. So now I'm going to grab some of my bright white chalk paste from Magnolia Design Company, and we're going to go ahead and get this opened. And I am going to grab, oh, I have my white stir stick from the other night that I didn't clean. Good deal. So I'm going to grab my little stir stick here, and I've got a little bit of pink on here, and I don't want that in my white. So we're just going to pop that off. So I'm going to just go in, and I'm going to give this a good stir. And I like my paste to be the consistency of frosting in a can or yogurt. Those are the two that consistencies that I like when I'm crafting. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my squeegee in, get some chalk paste, and I'm just going to start here at the top. And I'm going in one direction. When you go in one direction, you are less likely to have bleeding because you're going in one direction, and if you have a bubble, then it's gonna most likely be able to be, you know, pushed out without your paste running underneath. And I'm just being very careful and just going over the areas that have something underneath. And like I said, by going in one direction, if there is a bubble, most likely it can be pushed out without running underneath your stencil. And that's why I like to go in one direction. Ugh, I keep going off the stencil. Because that way it's just a lot easier. Some people don't have that problem, and if you've got a brand new stencil, it's not always an issue. But like I said, my stencil is very well worn, very well loved. But I have not broken down to buy a new one yet. Alright. We've got just this last little bit of the E, and then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to squeegee up any excess and put it back in my jar for another use. I'm not going to go over it a whole lot because if it hasn't bled through and ran, I don't want to give it the opportunity to. Okay, so now we have that all done. So now for our big reveal, and I'm going to just pull this across, and I'm going to go from the middle, and I'm going to just pull this up, and voila, there is our very pretty little red and white buffalo plaid. So I'm going to just clean off my stir stick and set it aside, and also my squeegee, and I'll clean those up with with some water. Hey Darlene, welcome. Thank you all so much for popping on. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and use my heat tool again, and I'm going to get this all dried up. And if you guys are liking this project and if you wouldn't mind throwing some hearts or some thumbs up. Hey Rosemary, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank Thank you for the hearts, you guys. All right, and I think I've got this all nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let this sit for a minute and come back down to room temperature. And I'm going to pull back in our little heart here. And what I'm going to do is I do want to seal in the this paper. So I'm going to put some more Modge Podge down over the paper here. And I'm going to take my brush again, and I'm going to just brush gently over over the paper, just to make sure that it's all sealed in. Make sure this is all nice and sealed in. Because I don't want my paper coming up or getting ruined after it becomes, you know, somebody's home decor piece. I do try very hard to make sure that my pieces are put together well. Even though I'm a messy crafter, I like my projects to be put together well, so that those that are purchasing them are getting good quality projects. So I'm just making regular stripes down here, just being very, very careful not to pull up any of the paper. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to dry the Modge Podge. Oh, Deborah, that's awesome. What part of Indiana? Alright, so I'm just making sure that all of this... Hey there, Ma! Thanks for popping on. Welcome. Alright. Just making sure that all this Modge Podge is nice and dry. And that's just sealing in the paper. And then we're going to take our little love piece here and get that all glued on. So I'm just making sure that all of this is dry. So I'm looking Linton. Linton, what is that near? I'm in the northwest corner. Up near Chicago. I'm like in northwest Indiana. I'm about 15 minutes, not even, from the Illinois-Indiana line, up in that north corner, southern. Are you down by Columbus and North Vernon, or are you more on the other side? Alright, we are just about dry here. And you want to keep the heat moving so that you're not bubbling up the Mod Podge. But I think this looks awesome. Okay, you're an hour south of Terre Haute. Okay. All right. Oh, I just want some of these places to dry quick. I didn't. Normally you would put a real thin coat of the Modge Podge on. I kind of did a little bit thicker. But I think we're just about dry here. And then we will get the rest of our project put together. I know the drying process takes a while. It takes a little bit of time to do, but it is worth it, to be honest with you. Oh, okay. All right, now we have this all completely dry. And I am going to let this come back down to room temperature because this is quite hot from the heat tool. It gets very, very hot. Hi, Ida. Welcome. Wow, I am seeing some new faces tonight, and I am loving it. I love when new people join my videos, whether they're Magnolia Design Company creators or if they're not. Even if they're creators, I hope that maybe something I do gives them inspiration that they didn't think of before. Or I do a project that they're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Because where I get my ideas from are from other people that I'm just like, hey, I didn't think of that. Hey, babe, thanks for popping on. My biggest supporter right there is my hubby. He jumps on just about every live, shares every video, helps me buy all of my junk. I shouldn't say junk. All of my products. Helps me set up for vendor events when I have them. Puts up with the overflow and abundance of things in our tiny little trailer. He's the best. Alright, so now this is all nice and all nice and dry. So this is all kind of shellacked in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little love sign here and we are going to, okay, here's the question for y'all. Do we put it crosswise, like so, or do we put it straight on? That is the question. Slanted or straight? Slanted or straight? That is the question. Alright, what is my crazy husband doing? He knows I love Minions. So he throws up Minions in the comments. Alright, so question is slanted or straight? Slanted or straight? Okay, we're seeing Roxy says straight, Danielle says straight. Okay, I think the straights have it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over right here. And I'm going to use some of my E6000. And then I'm also going to use some hot glue from a hot glue gun. Okay, Deborah says straight too. Okay, the straights have it. So what I'm going to do, and for those of you that don't know what E6000 is, it is a clear self-leveling formula industrial strength adhesive, and it you can use it for everything. So I'm just going to put some of this E6000 down, and it does not dry real fast. That's why I use both this and the hot glue, because the hot glue will hold it until the E6000 will bond it. Alright, so we've got a good portion of E6000. So I'm gonna just put my cap back on there. You can get this at Walmart for just a couple bucks. It's not real expensive, and a little tube does go a long way. So then I'm going to just pull in my hot glue gun, and I'm just dropping little dollops. I think the other night I left my glue gun on for longer than it should have been. When I got up the next morning, it was still plugged in, and so I think I burnt the hot glue that was in it. My husband tells me all the time, make sure you unplug these things. But do I? Usually I do. Normally I don't do too bad. But there are times when I forget. Okay, so now we're going to take this guy, we're going to bring in our heart, and we are just going to lay this across just like so. And I'm going to push this down, and I'm just going to hold it in place. I'm just holding it long enough for the hot glue to kind of adhere and just kind of let it get stuck down quite a bit. Alright, there we go. Oh, I like that a lot. What do you guys think so far? You like, you don't like? Alright, I'm gonna just hold this for another few seconds. Just giving it a little bit of time to adhere. So we're just gonna sneak some hot glue in there. Okay, let's see. Alright. And then we're gonna just hold this down. Let this kind of bond a little bit. Just put some more hot glue in. Sometimes when you're using Modge Podge or different things, it takes a little bit more glue to keep everything down. Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate that very much. Like I said, once I'm done with this project, it will go in my Etsy store. And for those of you that are watching, this project here will be $13. So if you are interested in it, and you don't want to go through Etsy, you can comment sold and give me your email address and I can send you an invoice, or you can wait until it pops up in the Etsy shop and you can get it from over there. Alright, I think, oh nope, it needs a minute or two yet. I'm sorry, y'all. Just trying to make sure that this all stays nice and glued down. Alright, oh, it's pulling up and it's pulling up the paper too. Yep, that's exactly what it's doing. Okay, well, you know what? It is glued down as much as I want it to be, so I'm not really concerned. Alright, so now, since I went through and did that Modge Podge, I'm going to go back up here and reopen my holes for my tag. And before we go ahead and put the handy dandy little tag off, I'm going to, there's a little bit of excess hot glue down there on that side, as well as here on the end. Okay, now I just pulled up what was actually sticking. Okay, we're just gonna have to just run with it. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside to finish adhering a little bit, and we are gonna pull out some handy dandy ribbon, and we are gonna make a refab bow. So I'm just grabbing 2 pieces of that, and we're gonna open some of this red ribbon. And these ribbons here I got at the Dollar Tree for $1. Easy peasy buck. And we're gonna do that and that. And then we're gonna grab some more of this ribbon here, which is some pink and red, really cute ribbon here. Alright, and actually I'm going to grab like 4 pieces of this. And I'm going to grab another couple pieces of this, because we're going to make a pretty decent sized bow. Just going to grab some of this and some of this. Alright, so for those of you that do not know what a refab bow is, my friend Brooke from Refab Boutique has this cute little bow that she does, and I have fallen in love with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these little hearts here, and I'm just going to crisscross them. And then I'm going to take these guys and crisscross them. Then I'm going to take these white guys, or these other pink guys, and I'm going to crisscross them. And then I'm going to start all over again. Just like so. This guy is going to be on top, and then I'm just going to take my cute little twine, and I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to slide this to the end of my table, and I'm going to flip it over and tie it in a really tight knot, and tie this all together like so. And then I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to tie it again. Just make this a really, really tight knot. And actually I like to come back up on this side here and tie another knot up here on top, just to make sure it stays together really well. I tie like 6 knots. 4 on the bottom here and 2 on the top. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna snip those guys off, and then I'm just gonna kind of fluff out my pieces, just so that everything can kind of be seen. I just really like these little bows. I just think they're super cute. And then we're gonna pull our cute little bow, our cute little love back in here. And let's see, where, you know what, actually I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. Just cut this down just a hair here. Okay, then we want to put this down here at the bottom. Okay, y'all, placement. Hey Sharon, thanks for popping on, welcome. So should we put the bow down here, down at the bottom? Should we put it up here at the top? Should we put it on the L? No, I really don't like it on the L. Okay, so basically, should we put the ribbon right here on the top, or would we put it down here in the middle and the bottom? What do y'all think? Top or bottom? Top or bottom? That is the $1,000,000 question at the moment. Top or bottom? Okay, I got 1 vote for top. Any other votes? Just give it a minute to see if anybody else chimes in. Roxy says top. I'm kind of agreeing with Roxy. Okay, Sandy says top. Okay, so we got 2 votes for top, so I think that's going to be it. Unless somebody else has a different idea. Not better, different. I think I'm liking the top idea. So we're going to put this bow right there. Nope, I like it off to the side. Okay, so we're going to put that guy right there. Alrighty, so let me grab another glue stick. And we're going to just throw some glue right here on this little center spot, and we're gonna lay this down and let it sit, let it adhere for a minute. All right, I think we got this on good here now. All right, so now that hanger that we used earlier, we're going to go back and we're going to put that hanger back through. Just like so. And there we go. We've got a cute little hanger. Oops, sorry y'all, I forget. You guys are upside down. And so we have a cute little hanger. Okay. Me and this glue is really going to go for a round. It's making me crazy because it's not sticking, and I'm just afraid that it's going to, you know what, we're going to put some E6000 on that, and we're going to sit some stuff on it. So I'm going to move you guys back up here to me so I can show you our finished project. And I'm actually going to flip you around so you can actually read it. But there's our little love project for tonight. Isn't it cute? I absolutely love this. So like I said, this project will go in my Etsy store. If you are interested in it, it'll be $13. And if you want it, you can comment sold with your email address, and I can send you an invoice, or you can purchase it over on my Etsy store. You'll see this up there probably in the next 30 minutes. Anyway, so this was our lovely little project for tonight. I appreciate you guys all popping on and sorry, I cannot talk tonight, y'all. Crafting with me tonight, and for your interaction and your response and your helping in different ideas. If you are brand new and this was your first time watching tonight and you are not a Magnolia Designer creator and you would like to know more about Magnolia Design Company or its products, if you will comment products in the comments, and I will reach out to you and answer any questions that you may have. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching, and I will be back on Tuesday night for another Tuesday tutorial, and it will probably be our last Valentine project for this year, and we'll probably get moving on to St. Patrick's Day. I did get some pretty cool things to do, a couple projects for St. Patrick's Day, so, and then we're moving right into Easter. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday night. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.